Welcome to this week's episode of Salsa Boyz. This week, we're talking about something a little bit different. Hey, welcome back to Salsa Boyz. I'm Tony, I'm your host this week. I've got nobody with me. We're gonna do something a little bit different. We're not gonna be just reviewing salsa. We got a pretty mainstream salsa here, Pace. Probably, you can find this literally in any store, even some gas stations. They have it in this size, a little bit bigger size, and then they've got the handle size. It's huge, I think it's like a gallon. But this week we're talking about chips. We're gonna look at a few different chips. I got 4 different bags here. So we're gonna start with, let's start with Mission. So when I see the brown bag, like this style, I always think that's a fancier chip. But there's gonna be something crazy I'm gonna tell you at the end that you guys aren't gonna believe. But let's get into the salsa. I'm gonna pour it in a bowl here, and we're just gonna check out these different salsas and check out the different chips and kind of see how they hold up. You know, that's basically what we're doing. We're gonna put them to the test here. So the cool thing about the Mission chips is these ones are strips and they're just easier. Like if you got a jar, you can get into the jar, super easy. So thing about the Mission chip, it came in at $3.29. So, you know, pretty fairly priced chip. Mission is Mission Foods, founded in 1977, claims to be the original brown bag chip. 4 simple ingredients: corn, water, oil, and sea salt. So let's put it to the test here. Nice consistency. Good chip. Now I'm gonna do the second bite. I'm not gonna dip it. I'm just gonna taste it, the chip, and then we'll talk chip. Good crunch, really good. Nice salty chip, I really like it. I'm washing it down with a little bit of green tea, iced. Yeah, that's a pretty good chip. All right, let's get into the other one. We'll come back to that one. Next chip is another kind of brown bag style chip. It's called Late July Snacks. It's an organic sea salt chip, thin and crispy. Now let's talk about this chip here. So the Late July sea salt chip came in at $3.50. Oh. Doesn't seem like a thin chip. Seems like a pretty decent size, like a decent thickness chip. But I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the Late July. So Late July is from Late July Snacks LLC, started in 2003, where Nicole and her father was actually the founder of Cape Cod Potato Chips Company, and then they teamed up in 2003 to start Late July Snacks. The company actually only has 25 employees. And by the way, this is a USDA organic chip, where I don't think Mission wasn't an organic chip. But let's go ahead and get into this and see. So, right off the bat, I can tell you that's a much airier chip. Where like the Mission was more like condensed and had a better crunch. The Late July was more airy. Good chip, really nice taste. I like that it's organic too, but good chip. Let's I'm gonna get a little bit more here to just try it without the salsa. And not as salty as the Mission chip. We're gonna try the Cantina chip. Now this comes in at $2. You really can't beat that price. So this is the most inexpensive chip. It's actually made by Frito-Lay's. It came into play in 1985. It's a classic chip. I don't mind these at all. They're a little saltier, but you know, not bad consistency. They're maybe a little thinner. Don't mind these. I'd go for these bags every time. At $2, you can't beat it. Yeah, can't beat that price, but they are really salty. And then the last bag is your most classic chip company, Tostitos. This is the Cantina Traditional. So, you're not gonna believe this, but this chip came in at $4.29. $4.29 this came in at, which I can't believe that. I would not pay that kind of money for a bag of chips, and these are really thin. I can't believe how thin these are. All in all, like a pretty good chip. I really like the thinness of it, just because like it's really crunchy and super good and thin. But I mean, weirdly enough, it depends on the salsa you're having with the chip that you're having. Like a thin chip like this is not gonna hold up against a thick salsa, believe it or not. But let's finish this chip up here. Not bad. All right, now we're gonna have to rank the chips here. So, let me get a sip of this here. All right, so how would I rank these? I do love the design of the Mission chip. The design of that strip is really nice for getting in small places, you know, like a jar. So that's really good. But I'm trying to think what I didn't like about these. There's a good chip. Nothing I don't like. So let's do this. I'm gonna put out one of each. So I got my 4 different chips. You can tell that this is the $2 chip. It's a little thinner. You can kind of like almost see through it a little bit. Now this is the late July chip. It's a little fluffier, pretty thick chip. Really nice looking chip.
Wow, it's very nice.
I do like the airiness of it, and the sea salt. It really wasn't overly salty, had a good flavor to it. And then the strips, I already talked about a little bit. It's a pretty normal thickness chip. Kind of compares to, it's like right in between the late July chip and the $2 chip. And then we get to the Cantina chip, the Tostitos, and all in all, very thin chip, nice color. You can't see through this chip at all. The yellow corn at $4 and I think 29 cents. It is an expensive chip, but it is a really good chip. Now, I wouldn't go for this chip every time because it is so thin. You know, we're gonna have so many problems with these chips breaking in the bowl or breaking in the jar. Not gonna do that. The strips are nice brown bag chip. You know, I always think brown bag, I think quality. That's what I think. There's a place up in Milwaukee called El Rey. They have the best chips, and they have really good seasoning on them. These don't have any seasoning, they're just salt. And then the $2 chip. I would always go for the $2 chip just because of the price. You can't beat it. So I'm gonna rank it here. I'm gonna go Tostitos, late July, number 2, strips, number 3, and then Santitas, number 4. So that's how I would rank it. And then the salsa, it's really nothing special. It does have a nice kick to it. It's the pace, medium. I'm gonna give that, I'll give it a 6 for a jarred salsa. And thanks for tuning in. I'm sorry that the video took so long. This is probably my last episode here in my apartment because I am moving somewhere else. So stay tuned, there's gonna be more to come. We're gonna start doing more salsas. I just wanted to do a little bit of chip talk. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Keep dipping.